Hello everybody! Welcome to Agashe Review, where I review movies, dramas that you don't want to waste your time watching. I'll give you a synopsis, short review, along with my thoughts and opinions. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Now let's go into the review. So today I'm going to be doing a review on a Chinese drama called Mr. Honesty. It's been out for a couple episodes already. I was going to watch it, but obviously we all know how Chinese drama is. They long. This one is total 31 episode. It airs on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I think. Yeah, so I'm just kind of like, I'm just gonna let it sit. So as of right now, I think it's already at like 20 episodes already, so it's close to its ending. So I'm finally watching it. So I finished the first 2 episodes of it, and I actually really enjoy it. So I actually want to see how it turns out. I've been getting a lot of reviews that people are actually frustrated about it, of how it's turning out towards you hitting episode like 18. So I'm like, okay, we'll see how it turns out, because people are saying that they're loving it for the first 18 episode, but after that it kind of gets frustrating. So I'm like, all right, let's see how it turns out. But let's see, I'm going to be going over the cast with you, the synopsis, and the first 2 episodes. So as for our cast, excuse me for my pronunciation. This kind of reason why you guys know why I watched this, because the girl was actually from Eternal Love and also from You Are My Destiny, and You Are My Destiny just finished, so this is why I'm kind of watching this too. It's actually her. So I like her acting so far, and I really enjoy it. So I have not seen this guy at all, so I just picked it up and watched it. But we have Lia Jie as Shu Yiren, and then we have Shen Yulang playing Fang Zhi You, and then we have Lu Haikwang playing Li Qie, and then Liu Kun Yu playing He Yu Wei, and then Wu Jifeng playing Gu Bu, and then Mang Yi Cheng playing Xi Di. So as for our synopsis, Shu Yiren loses both her relationship and career in one night. Her close friend Xiandi recommends her to an architect company to become the assistant to the CEO. However, during the interview, she finds out that the CEO is the person who exposed her boyfriend cheating in public and got her fired from her job, which is Fang Zhi You. And so, don't know why, but she actually ended up getting a job and getting told to do a weird task where she has to lie to her boss all the time. And we find out that Fang Zhi You has this tendency to expose lies regardless. So that's why the title is called Mr. Honesty. He's really, really true to everything he says. He believes that it's best to always tell the truth versus telling the lie. Well, for her, she takes it as telling little white lies. Pretty much white lies saves the trouble or saves the situation. So when the two meet, it's kind of like we'll see how their relationship turns out when he's so honest about everything. She is too. She's clumsy, but there's certain lies that is better than telling the truth. So as for the first episode, it does start us off. So it looks like Shu Yiren and I'm just calling Mr. Fang. They have it looks like they're having a conversation with each other, but the truth is she's actually talking to her boyfriend at another table next to Fang Zhi. Oh my god, I can't say his name. Fang Zhi You. There you go. And next to him while he's talking to one of their client and stuff like that. The client gets upset at him and throws water at him, and they leave. And he also ends up in the same elevator with Shu Yiren, where her boyfriend picks up a call from his girlfriend in France, and he's speaking in French, saying that he misses her and he's gonna fly home soon. She thinks it's his roommate, and knowing Fang Zhi You, it's just just let it go, but he reveals to her that why are you with your boyfriend, he's cheating on you, so she ends up breaking up with her boyfriend then too. So they meet that way, and so she's actually on her way to her company when she kind of took some time off because she was gonna go visit her boyfriend. She gets over there and her boss is meeting with someone, a very, very a special client to their company, and she finds out that that client they're meeting is as Fang Zhi You, and she lied to her boss that she had to go home in emergency because a pipe popped at her, expressed at her home, and Fang Zhi You cannot lie. So he's not like, do you know your assistant is lying to you? She was actually taking the time off to go see her boyfriend who cheated on her. Well, he's not like, I can't work with people who lies. So she gets fired because she lied to them, making them lose their biggest client, which is him and his company and everything like that. So things just go shit for her, and then she gets home to find out that the pipe did burst at her house and it's flooded. So everything is just so bad for her. She's just like going crazy. So she goes and hang out with her friend that night. She gets a call that she has an interview tomorrow with the company's Square and Circle, which is actually Fang Zhi Yu's company, to become the CEO's assistant, and she doesn't know that. So she goes to the company and gets interviewed, and there's the guy sitting there. He holds the folder, and she's kind of like, okay, what's going on? They start asking her questions, and he asked her the question. She still hasn't seen his face yet. He asked the question, why did you leave your previous job? So she points out that this company is actually a big growing company, you know, a typical answer everybody gives, and then big growing company, and I want to grow on with it. And he's all like, you're not answering my question. And she's like, she tries to reword it a different way. He puts down the folder, and she's like, it's you? And so you ruined everything for me. And so he goes, I can't hire people who lie to me, so no, go, you're done, I don't need to interview you. So she doesn't get the job either, and she's really upset, and she actually runs into him on the streets later, and she's like, I want to know, like, why did you reject me anyways, you know? And he's like, I just can't stand people who lie. And she's like, can't you tell that sometimes lies are, the little white lies you give are better than telling the truth, because the truth, sometimes the truth hurts. But he's all like, pretty much, he's saying the truth will hurt less than a lie. I just hear you laughing at me. Oh. I'm actually like laughing because that sounds very similar to something I always give out to man, or just to people. You know, it's best to just tell the truth rather than lie, okay? It's gonna hurt, but it's gonna hurt 10 times less than the truth. I mean, don't y'all agree? Anyways, but yeah, so she's like really upset, but then He Yu Wei was like very upset because she's all like, Fang Zhi You, why don't you just get an assistant? You've been firing every assistant you got for like every month, you know, and we've been losing clients because you keep telling the truth. And he's all, I don't like people that lie. But she's like, stop being like that. Why can't you just, like, a little lie isn't going to kill you, you know? So, you know, she's just like, whatever. And so she goes through all the resume of all the girls that's going to be his assistant, and she ends up choosing to hire Shu Yuren because she actually bumped into her in the parking lot, and she realized, you know, Shu Yuren's character, that I met her for just a short time period, she was great. I'm going to hire her. So she strikes a deal with Shu Yuren. I'm going to hire you as Fang Zhi Yu's assistant for a month, and you just gotta stay with him for a month and go with him and lie on certain meetings he does, so that because he always tells the truth, so that, you know, things work out well in the situation and conversation, so that it works well for our company. That's your duty, that is between you and I. But if, you know, he's not allowed to fire you because I have the final say in it. He can't fire you. But she's like, but if you can do it for a month, if you cannot do it for a month, I'll pay you 2 months in compensation, and you're free to go. So she takes it, and she becomes his assistant, like, immediately. And there's certain things she doesn't know, and she's really clumsy, and, you know, all these things like that. So she's still in the process of learning. And she's like, she knows her work, she's very detailed, she's really good, but she's just very clumsy. And so we get to flash to see a little bit part where like not much character explain about why Fang Zhi You is the way he is, but we see that he, like, his office is like away from everybody, but then he has like a back office where he kind of like lives there, you know, if he doesn't go home. So it's like, it has like his clothes, his wardrobe, his personal space in the back. Well, he fell asleep there reading a book, and it shows us that he, in his dream, he was kind of like getting what's the word, bully, and he was kind of like a nightmare. And then, you know, the next day he goes off to a place and he folds a boat, throws it in the water, and we get to see another guy comes and destroy that boat and makes that boat sink. And that guy is actually Legion, which we do not know why or what their past is about. But then we get to see more of Zhi You, and she comes in and, you know, she creates lies and she tries to fix the situation to turn out well, to help Fang Zhi You in his contract with companies so that they don't lose out and all these things like that. And it actually turns out really well, and it turns out he actually, you know, even though he seems like the cold person he is, he's actually very nice, and he actually helps her, you know, because he tells the truth, and by telling the truth it saves a lot of situations. So they don't get along well at first. She calls him Thanos because he's so mean. He just wants to get rid of everybody and all things like that. But then eventually things turns out well. She kind of like, you know, it's like, what's going on with him? Why is he always telling the truth? She kind of gets comfortable with him, and he also gets comfortable with her, and like, you know, they start talking to each other, and he kind of opens up to her. And I skipped into, that's actually like the first 2 recaps of the first 2 episodes only, so I actually skipped through seeing some clips. So spoiler alert, he does go and ask her to be his girlfriend, to fake it. I don't know why, so I haven't got to that part yet, to fake being his girlfriend. And he eventually falls in love with her, and he actually asks her to be his real girlfriend because he's in love with her now. And he it's the first time he's actually felt that. So his past stuff hasn't really risen up yet, but the guy that's supposed to be his rival has entered the scene already, and her family is interfering with her too. So that's where viewers are saying that that's where it gets annoying, where her family comes in and they just, it's like, it's kind of like, what happened that, like, you know, her aunt and her cousin or sister or whatever is like interfering with her life, and they're always saying that you moved out because you wanted to be like this, you know. So I don't know anything about that, but his past too, I don't know anything about it. But it seems like so far from ratings and everything, the first 18 episodes of it, you will enjoy a relaxing watching everything and stuff like that, with the romance building up and you getting all these butterflies and everything. And eventually after that, it's kind of like boom, downhill, where all the fight and everything comes in and all these stuff in the past reveals out. But you know, you can see from music videos and stuff like that, they do get a happy ending. So I don't know, but that's just what I'm seeing. So hopefully it does end up a happy ending. But I don't know, I'm actually really excited because I was telling Agashe, I actually do not have any dramas to watch. To be very honest with you guys, like, everything has come to an end. Some of the new dramas that are actually coming out, I'm actually not so interested in it, so I actually don't have anything to watch, and I don't know what is coming up. Like, I don't know what's coming up, you know. So I stumbled upon this and I decided to give it a chance to see how it turns out. So far I like it, so I'm gonna keep watching it. But if you guys do not want to watch it and want like a full recap of like just simple things of how it turns out towards the end, let me know in the comments and I'll go ahead and do that, because I know a lot of people, they do not like Chinese dramas where it's just kind of like, what the hell, that's the ending it is, or like, no, it's too draggy, it's too boring. So if you guys want to know kind of like the good points here and there, let me know. I'll give you guys another video to jot down the good parts of it, so you can just go and watch like, oh, this episode for that part only, and then, you know, watch this and this and this, because I do that for my sister. So that's the reason, you know, I do that, so I can go ahead and do that for you guys. But that's it for today's review, and I will see you guys next time.